my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to be filming kind of like a 2-in-1 kind of video. I'm going to be talking about the Bareminerals Original Mineral Foundation, and I'm also going to be sharing this look that I'm wearing right now, which is more of a natural everyday look in a sense. Well, it's very natural to me, and a lot of you guys have asked me to do more natural looks, and honestly, just for me, I find natural makeup looks very pointless to do like a whole dedicated video on. If I'm gonna do a look, I want to do something that's very glam, more crazy, because I feel like that's worth a video. But when it's something so natural and so easy, I'm like, do you guys really need a tutorial on it? I still want to help you guys out, so I'm gonna combine my review with this Baremineral foundation with my no makeup look. I don't think I've ever been on camera like talking face to face with such minimal makeup on. I feel like I always at least have lashes on or a wing liner on, but I have none of that today and I feel so bare right now. It's a nice change, and more recently I feel so much more comfortable having no makeup on at all rather than full glam. If I film in the morning and I film like a half cut crease or something, I'll literally take it off so I can go out with no makeup on, like bare face, no brows and nothing. So yeah, that is going to be today's video. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it and find it helpful. So with that being said, with the longest intro in the world, if you guys are interested in hearing my thoughts on the Bareminerals foundation and seeing this makeup look, then just continue watching. So this is the Bareminerals Original Mineral Foundation, and I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of it. I feel like it was very popular when YouTube was kind of starting out, like a couple years ago. Not a couple years ago, years ago. But yeah, I've only got to try it now. This is the original foundation. I believe there is a matte version. Although I have oily skin, I did opt for this one just because it's the original. You always gotta try the original first. In New Zealand, at Mecca, you can get it for 46 New Zealand dollars, which now saying that out loud is pretty expensive, like $50 for like a powder foundation. And in the US, it's 29 US dollars. This foundation line has 30 shades, which is not too bad considering when this came out. And the shade that I got is golden medium, and next to it says W20, which probably means warm 20. So let me just read out some claims that Bareminerals claims for this foundation, just in case you guys haven't heard of this foundation before. So pretty much this has SPF 15, which I think is great, especially if this is targeted to be more of an everyday foundation. If it has SPF, you are getting that additional sun protection, which is good because here in New Zealand, I think like something with the ozone layer, there's like a hole in it, and New Zealand, the sun is really harsh. It claims that it has a natural luminous finish, it won't clump or cake, and it promotes clearer and healthier skin. So I would agree that it does have more of a natural luminous glow. I do have a bit of like highlighter on right now, but the foundation itself is very luminous. It's not like matte foundation. Usually when you get like pressed powders, they're kind of meant to matten down your skin. So if you have oily, like extremely oily skin, I'm not too sure how you're gonna like this as much. I wore it to work, and like I told you guys in the past, I work in hospitality. It looks good over the days. I look kind of like oily, dewy, but it's like a healthy dewy. The other claims that it won't clump or cake. I also would agree with that. It doesn't clump or cake. Although if you have a lot of texture and if you use too much of this, it definitely will cake up and it will emphasize your texture. I think with any powder, of course, it's going to emphasize your texture a little bit. If you're like me and you're used to full coverage or medium full coverage, you kind of like, I kept going in with this powder, like building it up, and when I did that the first time, I can see that it's a little bit more cakey. If you use it right, you use the right amount, you won't have too much cakiness. Like to me, I don't see it clinging onto dry patches, although if I wore it for the whole day, just like around my eyebrow area, it does start to like bunch up a little, but you can definitely use your sponge and smooth it out and that problem will be gone. And the last claim was that it promotes clearer and healthier skin. I'm not too sure about that. Is that saying that it's going to make my skin look more clearer and more healthy when I had this on, or like, I don't really know, but I feel like that claim is something more of a long-term claim. To me, this is a really great everyday foundation. It's very easy on the go. It feels so lightweight, and I think the coverage is enough to even out your skin. Like, it's not going to cover up my acne because I've been been breaking out a little bit. I don't know if it's because of my new moisturizer or because I've been going through it recently. Not like a full coverage powder. It is a mineral powder, and usually when things are more mineral, it's more lightweight, less coverage. But I think it's enough coverage to even out my skin tone, and I think you definitely can tell a difference when I don't have makeup on and when I do. You can see that my skin tone just seems a bit even. You can still see my skin underneath, like you can still see my scarring and my cheek redness. I think my skin looks pretty good, and on camera I feel like it looks like I'm wearing full coverage foundation. And the best way I can describe it is like, you know how people say this lipstick is my lips but better? This foundation kind of gives my skin that feeling, like my skin but better, you know? I see myself using this when I travel, because when you travel there are days where you're just going from one destination to the other, but you want a little bit of coverage, and this is it. And I think it's just so easy and on the go. You literally just put some powder in the lid, use your brush, and just swirl onto your face. It's literally 5 minutes and you're out the door. I know Bareminerals has a brush specifically just for this, but I just use a powder brush and I feel like it works perfectly fine. Also the shade, I want to mention the shade. So I got golden medium, and I think it's such a good shade. It is very warm, which I love. I feel like not a lot of brands have a lot of warm tones, like actually warm tones, because I'm so golden. I have foundations in my collection where I think, oh yeah, it has a yellow underbase, but when I apply it on, I'm just like, wait, compared to my neck, it's not as golden. I can't speak for everyone else, but the golden medium for me personally, I think is a really good shade match. So overall, if I had to rate this product, I probably would give it an 8.5, maybe a 9. The reason why I'm not giving like it a 10 out of 10, even though I've been like hyping it this whole video, is just it does have that potential to cling onto dry patches. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the Bareminerals Original Mineral Powder Foundation. Now let's go through the tutorial that I filmed this morning for this look. So the first thing that I use is concealer, and I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the shade Light Sand. The reason why I use the Shape Tape rather than my ColourPop concealers is because this one is very light on me, and I want to brighten up this under area, because the powder foundation, it's very close to my skin tone, and the ColourPop concealers that I have are more closer to my skin tone, and I feel like it just flattens my face out. And when I use a bit of Tarte Shape Tape to brighten up my under eyes for this no makeup look, it makes my skin look a lot more brighter, you know, like it makes you look more youthful, and you're ready to get the day on. So that's why I use this, and the coverage is great. Although the Bareminerals foundation is a good foundation just to even out my skin, my under eyes is a big concern to me. And then I'll go in with the ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder in Translucent, and this is just to set my under eyes only. The Tarte Shape Tape will crease on you no matter what. It creases almost instantly, and under my eyes I do have fine lines, and I got a comment I think yesterday night on my Tarte Shape Tape review that someone said like, oh, what are you talking about? You don't have dark circles and fine lines. And I'm like, yeah, I know I'm young, and maybe compared to someone that is older than me, my fine lines is not a big problem, but I do have it. So I do have to set the concealer down straight away. So I use the ColourPop one just because it makes your skin look so flawless, and I love how it makes your under eyes look, and it also brightens your under eyes as well. With this kind of makeup look, I really want to brighten up my face. And then we go in with the Bareminerals Original Mineral Powder Foundation. Tip some into the cap of the product, and then I swirl my brush in and tap it off, and then I just pretty much buff it into my face. The more you swirl over your face, you'll see that your skin is just looking a little bit more even and more luminous. Moving along, I filled in my brows. I just kind of outline my brows with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and then I fill it in with the Anastasia Brow Powder in dark brown. And then to set my brows in place, I use the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. I love this stuff. It really gives my brow hairs a little bit of texture, and I need all the texture that I can get with my brow hairs. As you can see, it's very sparse, so I love this product to do that. It really makes my brows look a lot more natural. Very simple. I'm sure you guys see me do my brows a lot of times before. And then we move on to the eyes. I took the ColourPop Double Entendre palette, and I took the shade Nip Slip, and I just kind of put this all over my lid space, kind of blending it up to my crease. And then I also took it onto my lower lash line just to give my eyes a bit of depth and not so plain Jane and flat. There was some kind of dimension to my eyes. I then curled my lashes and applied some mascara. The mascara that I was using is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, which is just the original formula, not the waterproof one. I like how this mascara really keeps up my lashes, and as you can see, my tiny ass lashes needs all the help it can get, and this is why I wear falsies all the time, because my lashes pretty much don't exist. And for my lower lash line, I actually use a different mascara. I use the Sigma Sensuous mascara or something like that. I'll link it down below. And then moving back onto the face, I used the NYX Professional Makeup Highlight and Contour Palette. I took 2 of the warmer shades and I used that as my bronzer. I used a very light hand with this just because this formula of bronzer is very, very pigmented. You can take it very dramatic and a little bit more darker, but I just tapped a little and just applied a little bit to my face. And then I took my favorite blush in the world, which is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Mellow Wine Blush. I applied this to the apples on my cheeks and I blend it back towards my bronzer. As for highlight, I will use the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Palette. I use mostly dim light and I just put that on my cheekbones, on my chin, on the bridge of my nose. I kind of lightly put it on my brow bone and my inner corners with the big fluffy brush that I was using. And I think this is such a great palette to have on hand because you definitely can use it for more everyday looks. It just gives a glow to your skin. It's kind of like strobing in a way. It's not like very metallic, but it's there. Like when you hit the light, you can see that I have some highlighter on. And then you can also use this as a base for your highlight, so you can lay down this first and then go in with more of your intense highlight and put that on top, and it's just going to be beaming. And I saw Jaclyn Hill do that and it looks amazing, and after she did it, I did it. And then lastly, to finish off the look, you could wear a lip balm or you could wear a lip tint, but you guys know I am a glossy girl and I wore my all-time favorite, the Colourpop Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Champagne Mami. I can't get enough of this gloss. First, it smells delicious. I just love how it makes my lips look. It's kind of like my lips but better. This makeup look is kind of like my face but better, without taking it too extreme. We're just kind of emphasizing our natural features. This whole look, it took me I think 25 minutes to 30 minutes to film, but if I wasn't filming, it probably would have taken me 15 to 20 minutes to finish the whole makeup look. And that might sound long to a lot of you guys, but keep in mind I take forever to do my makeup. Like, I like to take my time. So yeah, that is my review on the Bareminerals Original Mineral Foundation, and also a quick tutorial on my no makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed it and it wasn't too long because I've already been filming for a little while now, almost half an hour. And I hope you guys did find this video helpful. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up for me. I would appreciate it so much if you did. Comment down below what you guys think of the foundation. What do you guys think of this makeup look? Do you guys like more of a natural makeup look on me? But yeah, that is going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!